An economy in free fall, unpopular wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and growing hardships at home as recession bites. As if things weren't bad enough, now one Russian professor is predicting the imminent breakup of the United States. In brief, Panarin predicts that by 2010, the US will break into pieces, including new republics centred on states like California and Texas. The eastern states will join the European Union, he says. Canada will grab a handful in the north, while Alaska will return to Russian rule. It's all the end result of a fractious civil war, triggered, says Panarin, by moral and economic degradation and immigrants.
We're seeing indicators like the collapse of the Wall Street banks, a mortgage crisis in the USA, as well as a number of various domestic problems. Even 5 years ago, many of those problems didn't exist, and most people didn't believe my ideas. But today, when America has shown its vulnerability, people have started to take them more seriously.
What we're involved in today is a general breakdown crisis of the world financial monetary system. There is no possible rescue of this system as such. That is, the present international monetary system cannot be rescued. If you try to rescue it, you will lose the planet. You have to choose. Replace the system or get a new planet. Those are your choices, essentially. I think that any sane person would say, keep the planet. Mars is not particularly hospitable these years. I understand it's rather cold there at present. So what that means essentially is the world is now operating under an imperialist system, which is actually part of the British Empire. Now, the British Empire is not the British Empire. It's an international monetary financial system which has a base in England, but which operates globally.
England, the British Crown, through international banking, owns your physical body, and that's the law. You make money for banks.
1998 is going to be good for Texas, and that's the most important thing about the campaign.
Shouldn't we abolish the Federal Reserve and the CFR? That's the real reality that none of you will talk about, most of you are members. That's what's destroying this country, Governor. Don't you stand for America, sir? What about the Federal Reserve and the CFR? You people are being lied to. This country's been taken over by Europe, and I'm being drug out to laugh at it.
It's good to be back at the Council on Foreign Relations. As Pete mentioned, I've been a member for a long time and was actually a director for some period of time. I never mentioned that when I was campaigning for re-election back home in Wyoming.
Folks, this is just the beginning! How many years did I tell you this? They're gonna run our entire lives! I've had enough of it! I want to be left alone! I already pay your bills, like I'll just pay you to go away and leave me alone.